And so we'll have more on this developing story as the morning unfolds. There are hundreds of thousands of passengers who've been affected by this because there are thousands of flights across Europe which have been cancelled. For more, ABC reporter Lexi Metherell joins us on the line now from London. Now, Lexi, have you been on a bit of a break in London and you're supposed to be on your way home now?
I have been. I was initially due to fly out at midday today, London time, to arrive back in Australia at Friday at 8 p.m. I arrived at Heathrow today at 10 a.m. and pretty much as soon as I got there, they had made the decision to shut down the airport. So they were cordoning off all the entrances to the terminals. Passengers were starting to just queue up. There were a lot of, heated discussions between officials there and passengers. And basically they just explained that they decided to close all of UK's airspace because of this ash that's making its way down from Iceland. And when I was on my way to the airport, we knew that the airports in northern England were closed, but the decision hadn't yet been made to close Heathrow. So it was kind of a bit of a shock to get there and then be turned back. I had to make my way back into central London.
And Lexi, were you on a Qantas flight?
That's right. And as I understand it, all Qantas flights are now fully booked until Sunday. So Sunday is the earliest that I will be able to fly out. Initially, we were told that flights between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. London time were cancelled, with a new announcement to be made around 6 a.m. They decided then to close the airspace till 7 a.m. and now they've pushed that back to 1 p.m. So it looks like restrictions will still be in place for tomorrow.
And Lexi, when you got to Heathrow there this morning, had they actually blocked off access to the airport waiting areas? You couldn't even get to the counters?
No, you couldn't even get in. Some passengers I did see managed to sneak in, but they were turned away. My flight, which was due to leave at midday, was actually ended up leaving earlier. They sent it on its way at 11:15. I think they just wanted to sneak out as many passengers as they could while the airspace was still open, that people were being turned away. And catching the tube this afternoon, every platform you're standing at, announcements were being made saying all English airports are now closed. If you're making your way to an airport, don't bother, basically.
So there must have been thousands of people there at the doors of the airport waiting areas trying to get in.
There were thousands of people. Some people were sort of having difficulty understanding what was going on. This eruption, I think it's 800 miles away north, how that could affect the UK, but as it turns out, this volcano erupted under something like, I think it's 200 metres of ice, something like that, and the result of that has meant that there's been a lot of debris and ice and gas that's floated into the air, and apparently this is very dangerous for airplanes to fly in. There's been cases where airplanes have accidentally flown into a plume of volcano smoke and all four of their engines have shut down. So it's obviously that the risk was deemed too great to allow these airplanes to leave. It must be costing them millions and millions of dollars because it's affected all of Europe. European MPs, I've heard, have been stranded in places. Flights leaving Paris have been completely fully booked as well. And I think Paris itself is closed. A lot of Scandinavian airports are closed as well. So it's pretty chaotic across all of Europe right now.
Well, I guess looking on the bright side, at least you've had a chance to look at the leaders' debate in the political scene there in Britain this morning. But thanks for
watching it right now.
Good to hear you're still working, Lexi. Thanks a lot for that, Lexi Metherell in London.